Hello there, food lovers, and welcome back to Stuff, the podcast where we talk about cooking, our favourite ingredients, and ways to get creative and inventive in the kitchen.
Well remembered.
Thanks, mate.
It's hosted by me, George Egg, the snack hacker, and the voice you just heard, Martin O'Dell, the Lagom chef. This is a show all about making food accessible, fun, and above all, delicious.
We've chatted about everything from mastering the Scotch egg to garlic ice cream to the ultimate tomato pasta sauce. We've even done a whole episode on quizzes. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? So make sure you head over back to our previous episodes to discover lots of new tips, tricks, and snack hackers.
It's been a while.
It's been
Mark.
a while.
It's been a while, which is why we're slightly rusty. Rusty form.
Rusty forgot how to talk a form.
But so we better get on with it. We've got a lot to catch up on.
Yes, but George, before we do get into the pod, we have got some news.
We've got some big news, guys. And it's sad news.
Is it?
Well, it's sad to an extent.
Semi.
No, it is sad.
Oh, it's sad.
It is sad. I got off the train this morning.
This
and
isn't
thought,
the news, though, is it?
This is to do with the news. I got off the train and I thought I've been used to taking this journey into the studio to do this, which I won't be doing because what's happening or what isn't happening?
I don't know. The script says this is going to be the final episode of Stuffed.
It is the final episode of Stuffed, folks.
I've had Adele voices in my head quite a lot of time. You know, like, this is the end.
Oh, Adele. I
Yeah.
think you meant Dell like Del Boy.
Oh, like the computer.
No, Adele. Like,
Yeah, like Adele the singer.
oh,
Yeah,
like
this is the
a
end.
chord.
Yeah,
Yes.
anyway, so yeah, it's going to be the end of Stuffed in this.
In this, I mean, me and Martin are obviously going to carry on doing numerous food-related things, both together and independently, as we have been doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the podcast, as it is like this is the last episode.
We just want to make it clear, it wasn't like a Greg Wallace or a John Turturro moment. Like, nothing like that happened.
No, it's all very amicable. We're
Yeah.
just kind of, moving forward onto other things.
Bigger and
That's all
better
it is.
things.
Bigger things, better things, different things.
Because we're shit at podcasts. Anyway.
No, but now, right, okay, whoa, retake.
Whoa, no,
Clapperboard,
retake,
boff, clapperboard.
Keep it real.
No, I think we've done very well at this, and we've had a lot of people come up to us and say, "Love the podcast."
But that was the sad thing at Meet.
Yeah.
We went to Meetopia, and so many people came up and they were like, "Whoa, fucking the lights falling down." They were like, "Oh, we love the pod," and we were
Yeah.
sitting there going,
Yeah. Oh no, and
Thank you.
similarly, I've done what with the book coming out, I've found myself at lots of food festivals, and everywhere I've been, a lot of people in the food, which has been nice. I mean, strangers, but a lot of people in the food world, I think, have been listening to it, and they've
Yeah.
come up and said, "Oh, it's really great," and I'd like to come on it, and blah blah blah. So it is sad, but one door opens, another one closes, or the other way around.
"Yeah, just need a key."
Not necessarily.
We need sugar daddy. That's what I keep asking
No.
for. Oh,
We're the key.
God, this is getting very metaphorical, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't really know what that means.
We are the key.
Anyway.
Anyway, should we just have a bit of a chat about
Yes.
things? I haven't read any of these notes, but let's have a bit of a chat. I think we're going to go over a couple of the. Excuse me. I think we're going to go over a couple of the classics from back in the day.
We are. We're going to revisit a couple of recipes.
Yeah.
Well, one is a recipe that you did, which you, I think, are enhancing, but we'll come on to that
Yeah.
in a bit.
Yeah.
And the other one is something that we talked about, that we put a clip out on social media of us talking about, and I think it got the most traction out of
Yeah.
all the clips, because some people were like, "Yeah, go for it, that's interesting," and a lot of people were like, "Oh,
Yeah.
so wrong with you,"
Send him packing. Oh, he needs to get arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you remember it, call in now. Call 0800 28 29 30 and just let us know your thoughts and let us know what you think dishes.
what's it going to be?
Yeah.
What's coming up?
Did you get my 1990s reference there?
No, but yes,
Oh.
it was a reference to, because you've done that number before, and you have told me what it is, and I can't remember what it is. Is it like a dirty line or something?
It's not dirty. It's the
Oh.
sexual health line. Or it used to be.
Oh,
anyway.
right. Oh,
You used to
sexual
just
health.
call up
Yeah,
and like,
not.
I got a willy.
Yes, and I thought it was like Babe Station or something. But
No, I wouldn't remember that number. No. 028. No. No.
no, I would imagine that one would be quite expensive. I would imagine the whole thing would be drawing you into kind of like
Yeah.
talk to someone who says, "Oh, I'm taking my pants off."
Go
or
on.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Eat a biscuit. Go on.
And,
You're not
and
live.
then- and then you're going, "So can I just check how much is this per minute?" How much?
How much?
Oh my God, Mum, sorry.
Yeah. Great. Right, anyway.
Right, now, this is what happens here. I say to you, what have you been up to?
Oh, right.
And normally it's what have you been up to this week, but because we haven't recorded something for quite a while, you've got like about a month and a half to tell me what have you been up to. So,
Shall I do it really quickly? Like, I'll just list it off really rapidly and then we can talk about ones that we may want to talk about. Yeah, cool.
Okay,
so
go.
it was the summer holidays with Noah. So basically we had 6 weeks off looking after a child, which is always exciting. So any parents out there, rock on.
Yeah.
You said the funniest thing. You're like, September's like the whole new year for everyone, even after the school holidays, because everything comes back to normal. Anyway, that was fun.
Yeah.
Did a couple of festivals.
The new January.
Meatopia, we went to.
We went to together, and that was really good fun. So let's put a pin in that. Why don't you
Pin.
say
All right,
about-
go on then.
Yeah,
Pin.
we'll
More
come back to that.
meatiness, beef stock. The Beefy Boys did their thing. I compared the stage, really fun. Had a good old chat. I went to Norway. I went to Sweden. Went down to Cornwall. Had some amazing food. Met some amazing people. Had a great time. My mate Neil did an Iron Man called the Norseman, which was really amazing. Congratulations to Neil. And then Noah went back to school, and that's my life. What about you?
Then, well, just going to the pins. I want to talk about Meatopia in a minute, and I want to talk about Norway because that sounds really exciting. And
Yes.
some of the footage that you posted about that looked like food-wise, you had a nice time.
Yummy time.
Yeah.
What about you?
I have been camping in France.
Oh.
Went to the
Cyber
supermarket.
pussies?
No. That was Spain. That was just over the border, and that was many years ago. No vending machines with any rude things in. I'm afraid it was just
I think that's-
camping, but it was very nice.
Karen?
Did
I'd like to put a pin in
various festivals. Did Big Festival.
Yeah.
What else have I done? I can't remember anything.
That's all right.
Lots of cooking at home.
Yeah.
Got one of those barbecues from those guys. Haven't got around to using it yet.
Somerset Grill.
Somerset Grill looks fantastic.
We met Ben
looks
at
like
Meatopia.
a torture chair
Yeah.
in my garden. Everyone who's come around says that looks really sinister.
Yeah.
Looks like so. And when you turn the thing, it sounds like a horror film.
Something
doesn't
out
it?
of Sword.
Yeah, completely.
Wanna play a game?
Kind of thing. Just a lot of cooking at home, really.
Didn't you do your daughter's van?
Yeah, you see, I can't remember anything. My daughter is touring all around Europe with her girlfriend, and they are working on farms and cooking in restaurants and doing all sorts of stuff, and living in a little Renault Kangoo, which I spent is nuts. She passed her test. She had about 3 weeks from passing her test to getting the ferry and then just driving all through Europe. And in that 3 weeks, I had to turn a Renault Kangoo into a micro camper for her and her girlfriend, which I did, and it's got all a little kitchen and everything. I really went for it.
Very nice.
So we could put a pin in that. Right, so let's start by talking about Norway. Tell me about Norway. What did you eat? What was a food podcast.
I think in Norway, the food's quite funny because they do a lot of deer or reindeer.
Yeah.
They do a lot of like heavy, sort of like beefy meatballs. So they do a slightly different variation to the Swedish meatball, which we had. My mum had reindeer. She's actually a vegan, but she's introducing more meat into her diet. So she had roast reindeer.
And is it kind of all like free, obviously free, but is it kind of, is it game, as it were? So, which I think there's quite a big kind of argument for sort of be vegan, but it's okay to eat game because it's totally wild and actually you're kind of maintaining the population sort of thing. That's
my
far
mum
more
doesn't
moral.
She doesn't think like that.
Right.
My mum did it as a dietary thing because she got
Did it
arthritis.
as a dare.
As a
I thought you were
dare.
gonna say-
That's it. Go on blindfold. Do you try this vegan reindeer, mum? It's lovely. No, she got arthritis in her fingers, so she went vegan and then stripped everything back and then slowly started introducing things. And she's been doing it over the last like 10 years, like slowly introducing dairy back in. No, she doesn't have dairy, but she went to Spain and did a big walk and she went to have breakfast. And they were like, what vegan things do you have? Like, not in like a, oh gosh, I'm vegan.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't. We've got bread, butter, eggs, tomatoes. It was like in the mountains. So she started eating eggs again. And then that sort of never brought back her arthritis. And then she started adding fish. And then she's been fine with that. And then she slowly just eats a little bit of meat here and there as and when she wants to. But she'll try and avoid it if she can. But so we had that. And it was amazing, actually. It was a very funny texture in terms that it was like,
The reindeer meat.
yeah, it was like it was like an overcooked, roasted, like old school bit of beef. You know, when you're like, it's so dry, it kind of falls apart. But it was moist. It was like a fantastic, it was really, really lovely. And a bit metallic-y, like a bit bloody instead of it being
Yeah, well, I
gamey.
kind of imagine, that it would be that kind of, well, like venison is incredibly dark and has that kind of metallic
Yeah, but it
texture,
wasn't
doesn't
blushing. It was that kind of like dry, sort of like,
Right.
Yeah. But their meatballs, which we may eat today, are Tresla juicy and Tresla soft. And
so how do they differ then? Because if you think of the Swedish meatballs, they're quite light. I would imagine quite a lot of kind of rusk or something in there, are they?
Yeah,
Swedish
we might as well
meatballs?
talk about that later.
Okay then.
Yeah. But then cinnamon buns, cinnamon bula, cardamom bula.
What's bula?
Isn't bula like a really bad pronunciation of bun? So it's like a cinnamon or ball.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's ball. I'm forgetting fucking. I don't know.
Sounds
it's
like
cancelled.
it.
But yeah,
Bula.
cinnamon bula and cardamom. But then in Oslo airport, because we flew from Oslo out to Stockholm to see Janine's sister, and I genuinely had the best cinnamon bun out of anywhere I've ever had. I can't remember the chain, but it was so soft. It was like really gooey and greasy, and it's just great.
And
but
crispy on the outside as well?
No, soft.
Just all soft.
But then Arkit, I'm going to get me stuck at this.
What's Arkit?
So Arkit's a clothing brand that Janine's sister works for. It's kind of like an offshoot of H&M. And Martin, who's the chef there, who used to be the development chef, he developed a cinnamon bun, but it combines like 2 or 3 different techniques. It has like a brioche dough, also has this kind of like flaked pastry in there. And I asked him for the recipe and he went, It's like a
family
hidden secret.
right.
And his sort of like developed it for them. But it's amazing. It's kind of like almost like a phyllo pastry, almost like you would have that, what's the Turkish baklava style.
Yeah.
So there's all these layers of sort of like gooey grease, but then with the softness of a brioche and then, mate, they're unbelievable. So whenever you're in London, go to Arkit, just by Oxford Street and get yourself a cinnamon bun from there and it's changed your life.
Where is it by Oxford Street?
So you go Oxford Street, you walk out the station, you turn left down Regent Street, you look at Apple and go, I'm not going in there. Turn left like you're going on the back alley and it's just there. By the top by Liberty.
And is it a
clothing store? But they've got a cafe.
Right, I see. Okay,
yeah.
Right.
So just good stuff, good coffee.
Did you have any fish? Surely you would have had some kind of fish in Norway. It feels like they're kind of tin fish
We didn't.
of the world.
Did we have any fish? No, I don't think we did. We had lots of apples because they got huge. Where we were, come on, brain. I can't think of the district or the sort of the area we was in. Eidfjord is the place we were, but the main sort of like, what do you call it, county or whatever it is, are famous for their orchards and berries and everything like that. So we went for a walk and he was walking through these mad like orchards, apples, pears, everything. And we found this little shop and they did vinegars and ciders and like expensive sort of like champagne using the apples, and it was really great. Yeah.
Yum.
Absolutely yums. But yeah, then I cooked with a guy called Marcus in Sweden. He came out to the cabin where we stayed for a couple of days and he did a couple of dishes.
So who is he? How did you find him?
He's a friend of a friend. He works up in Gothenburg and he drove 3.5 hours to come and cook just like 2 dishes and hang out for a bit.
That's so nice.
Just nice. Isn't it?
And he is a chef, isn't he?
Yeah. So he used to work I think he was trained under the people at Noma.
Right.
So he's this new Nordic style cuisine, but he's very down to earth and really lovely. And he did this chanterelle and corn dish, which was like really nice. I only had a little nibble because we was in the middle of nowhere and my Wito can't deal with mushrooms, as you know.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And then he did this garlic bread dish that he was just like, this is what he did at his restaurant, and it was a top seller. So yeah, it was cool.
What was the garlic bread one? I remember what.
So you did like garlic. So you just take a massive wedge of bread and then you kind of like cut it like a hedgehog.
Yes, almost like a Hasselback potato, but thicker, and then
then you fill it with like the garlic butter,
piped, wasn't it?
And then you bake it so that it goes, and then you put fresh on top of it at the end. So you kind of have like all the levels.
So outrageous. There was so much green garlic butter piped into that. Yeah, worth finding. Listeners, on Martin's
social media,
swipe back on those reels and you'll see that video.
But no, that was good. It was good fun. And then that was it, really. Yeah.
Meatopia, shall we talk about that?
We ate meat.
Did you smell that afterwards? My shirt smelled so. I loved it. I really like that kind of bonfire-y smell.
Yeah.
But it was it was amazing. It was well, I would recommend it as any foodie listeners who haven't been. It's in Tobacco Dock. It's in Glasgow as well now. And if people want to skip back to the episode with Melissa Thompson, which was probably, I don't know, about 5-6 months ago now, and she talked about Meatopia, and she was doing Glasgow as well. We saw her at the London one, but it's in London in September, Glasgow in May, I think, maybe. Basically a big kind of open air, sort of semi-covered hall with what do you reckon, about sort of 30,
Yeah, I was
40
gonna say 30.
different stalls.
But they interchange, don't they? So like on Thursday.
Oh yeah,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then they may have one that will be there on a Thursday. I think there's a couple that stay there the whole weekend.
Yeah, but no, there's a lot changing, and in fact, we went on the Friday, had some amazing food, and then I don't know who's in charge of their social media, but my God, just from like putting one post where I mentioned Metopia, every time I turned on Instagram, the first like 5 things were different Metopia videos.
Yeah,
they know how to work the algorithm. I didn't mind though, because I was just looking through going, I wish I was there today as well, because that sausage looks nice and that, you know.
But it was so funny, the atmosphere though. I think that was the best thing about it. Like we went early afternoon and then we spoke to a friend, didn't he, when the atmosphere really changes sort of later on. Yeah. And then we was all happy, this is lovely. Oh yes. And then all of a sudden there's like sort of like city boy men going, all right.
Yes. Yes. I mean, it is literally in the city of London. You get that. And I suppose Friday particularly, because they wouldn't finish work.
That's it.
Maybe the Saturday and Sunday is a bit different.
Yeah.
But
gilet wearing lads.
But it was either gilet wearing lads, or it was your classic barbecue kind of
Yeti hat
guys, Yeti hat, well, or any kind of trucker's hat.
Yeah.
Black t-shirt,
beard,
tattoos, girlfriend,
big rings, girlfriend
who looked similar, or no girlfriend.
Yeah,
just
man.
Bit like a kind of Dungeons and Dragons kind of event, or Warhammer.
But what did we eat? We first went out and we had mutton.
We had I wish we knew the ones, because it would be nice to give them a shout out. But we had the mutton was superb. The lamb, was it the lamb? We had the lamb first. We had a thing that everyone was recommending, so our expectations were raised too high, and we came away going, it was nice, but everyone was going, oh my God, you have the Texas toast thing.
But I think weirdly, when you eat loads of them back to back, it is just like meat and smoke. There's nothing really that was like differentiating apart from the downstairs.
The folded taco,
folded one,
the mincy thing inside, and the cool
Lebanese thing. Was it Lebanese? Tasty.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was like the woman that had like sunglasses on and her face was like puffy with smoke, because it was just standing really cool there the whole time.
And web matching rings.
That was cool. And then we had that taco, which had like the chimichurri thing, where someone said go to the Johnny Walker bar and then turn around.
Oh yes, that was very nice.
That was very nice.
And that was the guy, Phil Blends guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Phil Blends.
Yeah.
Let's shout out to everyone.
Let's do it.
But
Fuck
no,
it.
but
Phil Blends.
Nice guy, and we were saying how's that all going, blah, blah, blah. So Phil Blends, they're little tins of spice mixes that you can just stick in your pocket, go camping, cook some burgers, sprinkle them on, and suddenly, pyam.
And then Ben's one as well. We had the pork, the honey butter glazed pork.
That was so good.
That was the best
That
of
was
them
the
all.
first thing we had. That was Ben Quinn?
Ben Quinn.
Ben Quinn.
Yeah.
And there were three, I can't remember the names of the other two. Charlotte, someone was it?
No.
Can't
remember.
Anyway,
there
were 3 chefs. Ben Quinn was one of them, and they were doing this pork belly, was it?
Pork belly, sort of like strips, but it was like honey butter glaze.
Yeah, and it was super tender, and the fat was all rendered, and this sweet slaw. That was good.
That was tasty.
The whole day was really nice. I had a really great time.
And then we left, I think, at the right time, didn't we?
We left just as it was starting to get a bit cocky.
Berry!
Yeah.
Berry!
But it is so weird that, and I was saying to Ben that it's, I remember a thing in Brighton, this thing called the Kemp Town Carnival, that is a real family event, and then suddenly it's about sort of 4 or 5 o'clock, you suddenly go, hold on, there's no kids anywhere, and there's a lot of people with tall cans and a lot of shouting. But one thing I just think is such a shame is that I've done festivals in Europe, like in Belgium. I remember doing this street entertaining festival on the coast of Belgium. It was just this beautiful event, and it was all families everywhere. And right up until like 1 a.m, there were still families all eating in restaurants, and there wasn't that weird kind of culture, kind of that sort of mood change that you get in this country where suddenly everyone feels like they've got to be a bit leery.
It's because they can handle their beer. They're used to that premium strength lager.
Well, they just know.
As soon as anything tips over to 5%.
Yeah.
English are like,
what a pity.
What a pity.
But let's go to Ostend.
Yeah, let's go again. No, but Metopia was brilliant, and they did email and said if we want to do something next year. But it looked like hard work, didn't it? Imagine being there all day over fire.
It did look hard work, but I bet it would be fun. I mean, the few times I've done something like that.
Yeah.
I did a thing a couple of years ago in the garden of a tap room in Lewes, Beak Brewery.
Right.
And me and a couple of other guys did this little sort of burger event, and I had
the
to
mackerel
invent a
one?
burger. No, it was all little tiny burgers, and you had to kind of design your burger. So mine had sugar coated fennel seeds in the burger.
Goodness gracious.
And cooked fennel, and what else was there? Pickled walnut. It was quite unusual,
Yeah,
but it really worked. It was so good.
You fennel, you aniseed, you anything. When I spoke to Tubby
love
Tom's,
a bit of
it was like,
aniseed.
George has got such a good vision. And I was like, did he put aniseed in everything? It was like, well, yeah, that was one thing he did insist on. Aniseed boy. But that was good. But yeah, shout out Tubby Tom's.
Tubby Tom's
What a
lovely.
legend. It was a beef stock. We
Tell us about beef stock. What a great name. I mean, how did someone not think of that before?
Yeah. So that was done by the Beefy Boys, and I hosted the stage. I donated my fee because I'm a nice guy.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm nice like that.
Did you donate it too?
Don't know. Just gave it to them. Just said don't bother paying me.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think they're doing it to a local Hereford food bank. I think they're giving it to.
Oh, that's nice.
But no, yeah, there was a couple. There was Tubby Tom's, Murph from Beef Stock was there. Simon Morley from Under the Nut Tree was there. He brought along the world #1 pork rib cooking master champion from Belgium.
Crikey.
Which was, it was like, show, we have pork. And then
You say he was quite hard,
Yeah.
not hard, but not a lot of personality to.
No,
bounce
loads
off.
of sort of
Oh,
like
I see.
personality, but so much information that I was trying to distill his information into like general cook's information,
Yeah.
being the chef and understanding it.
Right.
So I was like, like you said, cut the sinew off. What's the difference between sinew and fat? And he was like, one's sinew, one's fat. Simple. And I was like, right, cool.
Yeah, not for these guys.
Yeah. But no, we did a cooking demo with Tubby Tom's as well, and we just got people to chug mayonnaise and like pass things around the audience. It was really fun. And then there was a butcher, and he did a breakdown of like half a cow, which was just insane. Sort of like had like the full rib and everything. And I was just asking again questions. I was like, what's the Chateaubriand? And he was like, that's a chefy thing. We don't have a Chateaubriand, it's just a fillet. And I was like, okay, cool.
What is a chateau?
I don't know. That's
Oh,
what I was asking.
I thought you were asking a rhetorical question for the audience, but you knew.
No, well, I kind of knew that a Chateaubriand is like a cut, which is kind of I think it's like the top end of the whole
So
fillet.
it's part of the fillet.
Yeah,
but like
'cause we used
the
to do-
best bit kind of thing.
Yeah, like
is it?
the chunky end, the more uniform end.
Yes, because it's kind of
Tails down.
yeah.
But then they didn't call it that, and I was like, all right. And then I was asking all these questions, and he kept going. I was like, no, how do you know if a bit of meat's tender? And they were just like sticking their finger into this like meat, and I was like, are you winding me up, or is this a genuine thing that you do? So him
Yeah.
and Murph were like fingering this meat, and I was like, get it? Oh, it was funny though. But no, good times, really good times. And then Sausage, Alexander from Sausage, SOSIJ.
Yeah.
He did a demo, which was brilliant. He had 4 sausages, all different flavors, and then we did a blind taste testing with everyone, and then they had to guess the flavors. So he did like a Thai curry one, a full English breakfast one. Can't remember the others, but yeah, really
It
interesting.
sounds great. I've
Yeah.
got to go next year.
Yeah, we should.
Meat stock.
Meat stock.
Shout out to Meat Stock. Shout out to Burger. Not
Meatopia.
Burger,
Beefy
Meatopia.
Boys.
Beefy Boys.
The dirty boys, as I called them.
Yeah, the naughty, dirty boys.
Naughty, dirty boys. Oh,
Right then.
Oh, it's question of the week.
I forgot about. I had actually forgotten about question of the question of the week.
Okay, so what is the question of the week for people that have never listened to this podcast? It's the final episode. We should give it one last hurrah.
Yeah, but also we've got to remind people that there are a battery of. There is an arsenal of
41.
there we go. 41.
Other-
This is 42. The 41 episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But apart from this, to go and listen to. That's 41. They're about an hour each.
Yeah.
That's like a day. If you listen to it through the night, you'd be tired by the end, wouldn't you?
And really bored.
Really like
And you would hate us.
there's a few. They repeated a few things there. A few anecdotes that George said twice. He's 52. I was 51 when we started doing this.
Jesus, I had a mullet when we started this.
You did.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
And then you went, I like it when you're a bit more hairy.
I didn't say it in that voice. I don't remember saying it in that sort of comedy camp voice.
Anyway, question of the week. So question of the week is basically where we pose a question at the beginning of the show, and then later on we answer it, but we have a brief discussion. So it's something that you can all kind of like get involved in one last time.
Shall I read it?
Go on.
Let's see if us and you... Okay, right. Here we go. Let's see if us and you guys remember the answer to the question of the week from episode 1. That's a good idea.
That's really good.
Nice one, Said.
Yeah.
And the question was, what was ketchup originally made from?
I can remember the answer.
I can't remember the answer.
Because you're 52.
'Cause I'm 52. Isn't it? Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm 52. I was 51 when I was
So
given this
yeah, exactly.
question.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
I think I remember. I'm not going to get too cocky because I do.
Is it something ridiculous like Lego or goals?
Weetabix. Shall I tell you my answer? What I think it is.
What if you know? Then that will spoil
No,
it.
but I don't think I do. Okay, I won't say it.
Is it mushrooms?
That's what I thought. Mushroom garum.
Well, I know mushroom ketchup. But yes, it was a garum thing, wasn't it? Something about garum.
Say he gives nothing away. Our producer is so stony faced.
Garam masala.
Garum.
Is garam masala in any way related to garum, which everyone's on about? Everyone's like, oh, garum this, garum that these days, aren't they?
No.
Do you think not?
No.
Do you know that? Or you're just saying no? And
Just nah.
you don't know, do
No, I
you?
don't know.
Don't know.
I reckon it is mushrooms. I have a feeling it was to do with garum or something, which led on to that thing.
Or fish. I think it's fish now.
No, you don't have fish.
Is it not like fermented, like...
Isn't it? Look,
Like
remember it was the
Thai fish
German
sauce?
thing. Ketchup. I think it was something to do with the way it's pronounced, and we went, of course, ketchup.
Soup. Kids. Soup made out of kits.
Kitten soup. Cats.
No, made out of like you know, shorts and t-shirt. Like PE kit. Shorts.
Andy Clark.
Like Andy Clark's shorts.
What's that game where you get anywhere to Kevin Bacon in 8 things? I never understood it. We could do it with Andy Clark. Keep going round in circles. Come on, right. I think ketchup.
7 degrees of Kevin Bacon is what it is, isn't it?
Okay. We're going to go on to star ingredient. This is another throwback. Goodness gracious.
This is
Oh, it's your line.
G.
So, I'm going to get another water.
so-
Too many mezcals on.
How many mezcals did you have? How many mezcals did you enjoy?
7 margaritas, 4 elderflower spritz, and 3 shots of mezcal. Not enough though. I still remember coming home, so not enough.
I don't know how you do it. When we did something the other day, you said that you'd had about like
6
a
Negronis.
million pints of Guinness and 1,000 Negronis. No, you had 6 Negronis and then
4 pints of Guinness. No, I am, mate, innit? Market
Can't do it
research.
anymore.
Tell the tax man.
Although I could never do that much, kind of, you know. It's
We're 52.
just too,
Right, come on then.
No,
Star
but even
ingredient
when I
throwback.
was like younger than you, couldn't be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, this podcast is
Brought to you by.
stuttering George over there. Right, come on, this is your line.
So, guys, we've been through the archives and we've noticed that one of our listeners' favourite things we cooked up was Martin's delicious and very simple tomato pasta sauce.
Right.
Do we know what episode that was from? Sadie's going to look.
I'll do my line. That's right. So today I'm bringing it back and adding it to something else I think you'll all enjoy.
It was super simple, wasn't it? Yes. Episode 16, listeners. Martin is look. We've probably zipped forward in time with some kind of bass riff. Martin is cooking it up. Martin, what you got in your pan?
So, ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. Anyway, so what I've done.
Yes, let's talk about what's in there.
I've done my classic tomato sauce, which I learned from my friend Tommaso, which we talked about episode 16, which has been recorded by our
But
producer.
remind me, please.
Yes. So what you do is you take tin tomatoes. These were the cheapest, crappiest tomatoes I could get.
Yeah.
And then what you do is you get a couple of garlic cloves, you put them in the pan, just bash them whole.
Yeah.
Load of oil. So you've got like a layer.
Super generous with the oil,
Yeah,
isn't it?
so it's like a nice layer. And then a good pinch of salt, and then just put it on low and slow. It'll take about an hour to 2 hours.
4 ingredients. That's
4
it.
ingredients, but super slow. And then what will happen is you'll see these kind of like blips of like water popping up through the oil, and it's just comfy in the tomatoes underneath.
No white shirts.
And no white shirts. But you get this like incredibly rich. It's just insane. The flavour just goes from something a bit watery, a bit tinny, to something that is just like really unctuous. And then I've done the meatballs, and I did a classic Swedish meatball.
Oh, it was the Swedish, so not the Nordic.
I don't know what the difference was.
Norwegian.
So when you asked me earlier, I was
okay.
so Rick, my wife's sister's boyfriend, he's Swedish, and the technique that they do is they do breadcrumbs. So it's normally fresh breadcrumbs, milk and egg, and then that becomes the wet, which gives you that soft, bouncy ball. And then I did a mixture of pork and beef mince. And then I did throw in some umami better smoke. Remember that stuff that we got?
Yeah.
So I put in
Shout out to Better Smoke. Is that what they're called?
Is that what they're called? Can't remember now.
But anyway, you had the smoked water.
Smoked water, all that kind of stuff. So I put a bit of that in there to give it the smokiness. Because I did do these on the Traeger once, and I put it in there and smoked them in the Traeger, and it was yummy. So yeah, just did that, and they're absolutely amazing. A little bit of salt and pepper, really heavy on
and then
the pepper.
Fried off and then baked, or just
I just
fried?
baked these in the oven.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And I want to taste. Should I taste this by itself, or should I wait till the sauce?
Just have it like that. Yeah, try it.
Really good texture, aren't they?
Yeah, that's soft.
So what's the ratio of meat to bread, would you say?
So I know the numbers only because I made them yesterday. So it was 250 grams of beef mince because I had some left over from a dish I made. And then I had 4 sausages, really bad ones with the terrible casings. So I just popped them through and then
Don't get me started on the casings.
And then I just did like a good handful of panko because that's what I had. And then a good splash of milk, 1 egg, and that was it. And it feels quite wet, but what you need to do is like really slap it.
Yeah.
And then it kind of like glues together. And then it'll feel too soft, but then just put it in the fridge and then they'll set up a little bit harder. And then you can shape them and then you can cook them.
And then I suppose as soon as they start cooking on the outside, it just makes them all knit together.
Yeah. If you try and do it straight away, if you shape them when it's like just been mixed, they will be too soft. And you put them in, and you just get like a flat one, and then a dough,
like a dough,
like a
biscuit,
tea cake,
yeah,
like a Tunnocks. But yeah, if you just shape, I shaped these this morning.
Covered in chocolate, surprise people. No, try Tunnocks. Oh, what's going on there?
So that'll do. Shut up, mate.
And are we having this with anything, or are we just going to have it?
Just should have it with some pasta or some chips or something, but I forgot.
We don't want to fill up on carbs anyway.
No, so I got more carbs
We're going
for
for
you.
lunch afterwards. What's that? Pangrattato.
It's sort of a style, yeah. So this is Jesse. Shout out Jesse. Another Day in Paradise.
Jesse Jenkins.
His book. Eat more veg or whatever it is. Eat veg.
Cooking with vegetables.
That'll do. Yeah, very good. I cooked one of his dishes yesterday, which was the cucumber Caesar salad, smack cucumber Caesar salad, and then top of it he puts like a pangrattato style thing. So I made that yesterday.
What's in this?
Breadcrumbs, garlic, lemon zest, parsley, salt. That was it.
Beautiful. Simple again.
We got a bowl?
All of these, there's nothing complicated about any of them, is there? It's really lovely and simple and confidence and
Sugar splat.
stand back. It's so oily. I love it.
Yeah. I'm just going to fill up the whole bowl.
Oh my goodness. Look at that garlic clove. We can't eat much of this. We're going for lunch after this, listeners, and I'm worried about my appetite being spoiled already because I don't tend to eat till later on.
But no, the one thing I wanted to say about this. Fuck off, cable. What? No, fuck.
Stop getting it under the thing.
The one thing I wanted to say about this dish, which I think is a really true example of balancing dishes, but understanding how dishes work in some way, shape, or form, is that if you make a tomato sauce which is like incredibly tasty, and then you make a meatball which is like edible at the, like you tasted it and you're going, oh, it needs a bit more salt, needs a bit more. Yeah. But then if you've got to think about them both working together. So you have a meatball that may be a touch bland like on the seasoning, but then that's carried through from a sauce that is very powerful. If you have both, that's like a really intense meatball, a really intense sauce.
Thanks.
So the idea of having something that's like intense, and then together there'll be doubly intense and too much.
Yeah.
Whereas like the idea of having something that is like the carrier of flavour that doesn't necessarily have to be perfectly seasoned, because when you put them both together, it's that idea.
Oh, no, completely. Well, similarly, so often I will make a curry, and Mrs. Egg will taste it and she'll go, "Oh, it's a bit hot," and I go, "Yeah, but we're not going to eat the curry totally by itself.
Yeah,
we'll have some rice or some naan or some whatever else," and then it's like. And then we're eating it and going, "Oh, it's perfect. Actually, it works out just right because you've got that bland thing next to the
unseasoned rice with a curry as well."
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I was feel like I've got to put salt in everything. Maybe I don't.
Maybe you don't. Maybe
probably
you
not good for me.
That
looks so good. I think
One last time with feelings.
You want to get the light coming off that oil, don't you? Look at that. That's
Oh, well done. You can smile. Grumpy old man. Oh, shots. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Well done.
Andy Clark.
Let me get one on your head.
Off my head. Just my head. This looks so good. Right, I'm tucking in. This looks absolutely epic. I want to get some of that pan graciato.
Oh.
Is it hot?
No.
God, these are enormous balls. Good one, missus.
Oh, that was lucky.
That was lucky.
Oh, I tried to get George to come in his white vest and his underpants to eat this, but you didn't. You pretended you forgot.
So nice. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's so yummy, isn't it?
My God, it's intense. That with a load of spaghetti.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Or just by itself. That's so tasty. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, listeners. Beautiful, Martin. I'm going to give a round of applause because that is just heavenly. I'm going to just.
I tell you what we should have done. We should have done what is like your death row meal, because it's like the final. Yeah, but then it's like we should have cooked the whole death row because it's like the end, isn't it? We're all dying. We're gonna be.
That was so good, Martin. I could just eat that. Maybe that should be our lunch. Our celebratory lunch.
Right, we're going on to the next Britain's favs.
So Britain's
Throwback.
favs, if anyone wants to, why wouldn't they want to? When you, the listeners, scroll back and re-listen to the other 41 episodes, you will find that in every episode there's a bit called Britain's Favourites, where we discuss something like baked potatoes or pizza or burritos, and we say, oh yeah, I like this and I like that and I've done this and why don't you try doing that and all that kind of thing. And one of them was beans on toast.
Yeah. And I was
Beans
butter on toast with beans and then some cheese.
And we were and we were sort of saying, what else could you do? And I suggested something that I do when I have beans on toast quite frequently.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, that sounds interesting. And then we put it on a little clip and it went berserk.
Can we call out some of the people, because I love doing that?
Yeah, well, shall I make it? And then we'll take it from there. I'm going to make it.
Okay, make
There's
it.
going to be a little
Cut here.
time lapse. Here we go.
Whoa!
So I've done it. So what it was, I suggested something I like to do with my beans on toast occasionally, and that is,
Well, that just looks like beans on toast.
it looks like beans on toast, but hiding between that toast, that buttered toast and those beans,
Yeah.
is a layer of peanut butter. And then we've got the beans, and then we've got coriander ripped up on top, which is going to upset 30% of people.
Genetics.
And some hot sauce, and then a little squeeze of lime, and it's a slightly satay-ish kind of thing. Shall we give it a try?
Yes, please.
I mean, I've tried it before, but I don't think you have.
Well, look.
So go for it.
I'm just going to find one comment, because someone, that one person is Gracias Card Collector. His comment was, deport him. So let's see if we should.
Looks like it's still going to ricochet off. What do you think, palate boy?
That's really yummy.
It's nice, isn't it? It really works. I'm going to try it too. Maybe I should wait till you can talk again.
It's great because it's like... When you have like a really nice buttery piece of peanut butter and toast, and then you just have like the sweetness of the bean, it's great.
It really works, doesn't it?
I really
It's
enjoy
a
it
nice
myself.
alternative, you know. And cheese is beautiful. HV sauce and mustard and all those things. But, you know, and I think what this whole podcast has been about the whole time has been try something new, experiment, see what works with what, you know, expand your palate, expand your repertoire.
But like we always say, I think it's that thing about not looking at an ingredient as an ingredient. Like when you say peanut butter and beans. That's all right.
Can't take you seriously.
When you say peanut butter and beans, that's what upsets people.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you think about the flavours and you kind of like earthy saltiness.
Yeah.
And then sweetness, then
Yeah.
acidity and heat, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm having more.
So there we go, haters. Let's read out a few more. Actually, they weren't all haters.
I was going to say, divided the internet.
All right, here we go.
Right, George and Martin give their responses. Here's what the public thinks. Right, do you want to say... do you want to do Ross?
Ross says... I
think Ross would be a bit like, the fuck? I'm trying it, but I'm not happy about it.
Well, do you know what? But I hope, Ross, that you did try it.
I'm going to try it.
And I hope that you were happy about it.
Sort of.
But it might not be. I mean, peanut butter is a divisive one, as is coriander. So
Yeah,
that's
I got
why
an
people
allergy.
don't. Nick comments,
Yeah.
this was everything I wanted it to be and more. Thanks, Nick.
Gosh.
And nice, well brought up young man.
What a really lovely man. Then Andy
did Andy
writes,
say?
well, Andy, after he'd finished his Stella and he'd got out of the paddling pool with his 15 kids, he went, stupidity and lies. Fool.
Well, I've got no time for Andy.
No, me neither.
I don't want him to try it.
Get back in that paddling pool, you weirdo.
Jack suggests, I add a pot of Mackey's barbecue sauce, finished with some chili oil over the melted cheese. Perfect. Perfect. I don't know why suddenly got Cornish at the end there.
Yeah, he's like stoned Cornish man. Sam says, gosh, genuinely, something my dad would eat.
I wonder how old Sam is.
55.
So his dad's got to be at least 70.
I've got to play you this clip. It's so funny.
I thought you were going to say, I've got to take a phone of you. You've got a bean in your beard. Or
Have
something.
I?
No, I thought that was me because you were looking at me and then getting your phone out. You were going to photograph me.
I'll play it to you after. It's kind of irrelevant.
Can I just
It's kind of relevant.
interrupt the proceedings
Go on.
quickly just to say that the hot sauce that I put on there,
Yeah.
you brought with you, and it's Smoky Dragon from Condy Mac, who's someone who we've never...
Condomaniac.
Condomaniac, sorry.
Yeah.
Idiot me. Condomaniac. I've always read it as Condomac.
Have I read it wrong?
No, it's Condomaniac.
Yeah.
I just read it as... I think, you read something once, and that's what's in your head, and then you don't... It's like all those things where it goes, find the mistake, and it's the twice because they've, gone over a line.
Yeah,
You
but
know
they
what I'm
did.
talking
Yeah,
about.
but they did. They went viral recently because, well, I say recently, about a month ago, because they did the all British tomato ketchup.
Oh, yes, yes.
So only using British ingredients, which seems baffling, but did it for Jeremy Clarkson's thing. What's it called?
Farm, pub, something like that.
Yeah, the trumpeting vomit. Yeah, and they used Isle of Wight tomatoes, all of this kind of stuff. And then it was like weird. They were like having to find the spices, but British spices, vinegars, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, very interesting.
Well, they seem to have a lot of videos popping up, and they seem like really good folk, and some good product out there.
Good product.
So check those guys out. Anyway, look, so there we go. That's it for the Britain's faves.
Well done.
Oh, I thought you would slide it off there like that. It's the last show. Way, we don't care. So listeners' questions and stories.
I'm going to miss this bit.
I'm going to miss this bit, but we can still carry on if we think of things, or if we hear, on our own channels, stuff like, oh, so-and-so said this is a funny little story, or this is a whinge. We can share them with each other and on our social media kind of thing, can't we?
Right, shall I do
listeners' questions and stories. Yeah, so just to explain listeners what it is for when you want to scroll back on all the other episodes. Our lovely loyal listeners have sent in questions and little tales and little whines and things that they, have kind of said, oh, I don't like that. And we've agreed or not.
Yep.
Or come up with solutions. And we've got some fresh ones.
We've got some freshies. So this is Oliver, and Oliver says, hey, George. Hey, Martin.
Hey, Oliver.
I'm a lover of making my own pickles, fermentation, preserves, and sauces. As someone that really didn't pay attention in science class and likes to go off script and improvise when cooking from a recipe, I get slightly terrified of getting experimental while doing canning or long-term preservation, balancing acidity, pH levels in a recipe, etc. What suggestions or advice do you have for a newbie to gain confidence here so I can learn to experiment with this stuff, fill my shelves with gorgeous flavours, and stop relying on shop-bought shite?
Oh, he let himself down right at the end.
Yeah,
there,
he
didn't
did.
It was like a really nice, long, well-written sentence, and then he had to turn the podcast blue.
I've got an answer. Go and get Johnny Drain's book, The Art of Fermentation.
His new book.
Yeah, and it is
Lovely, but lovely cover.
everything you would ever want to know. And I can't answer about pH levels. I can't answer about anything else about fermentation because I only know how to do a sort of kimchi and make a vinegar.
Yes, I would completely agree with that. I would say there are a couple of other books out there as well. I mean, I love his book and it's brand new, and I love him to bits.
Katz.
Tom
Katz, is it? Paul Katz?
No, I haven't got Paul Katz. I've got a Mark Diacono one,
Oh.
all on fermenting, which is really good.
We're just
really
making
useful.
up names. We're really good at this.
No, he's a real guy.
Noma, they do their one, which is the That is the art of fermentation. What's Johnny's book called? What is Johnny's book called?
Adventures in Fermentation.
So Johnny Drains' Adventures of Fermentation.
I think
the art of fermentation
that's
is
the Noma
Noma
one,
yeah.
which is a surprisingly light book considering the size of it. It's one of those books where you go, oh, it's lighter than I was expected to be but the pages are fermented. Oh, they're all puffed up. Yeah. So it looks big.
All pH testing strips. But yeah, don't come to us for advice on fermentation.
But the Noma one is, God, it's intense.
Heavy work.
I mean, it's like, one day I'll be clever enough to make sense of this.
Well, this morning I just bought an aquarium air pump for £12 off of Amazon because I started making whiskey vinegar off of Johnny Drain's book, which was recipe, 200 mils of whiskey, 200 mils of vinegar with the mother, so the stuff I have, and then
which you can get from
www. And then 1.5 litres of water, and then you put it in a jar. You put the fish tank aerator into your kilner jar, cover it with cheesecloth, and then leave it for 10 days.
And what does that do? Just literally
aerates it,
bubbles through it.
Yeah, and then you get whiskey vinegar.
Wow!
So I started it yesterday. I'm well excited.
How many days?
He said 10 to 12 days with the aerator in it.
And then it's ready, or then you let it mature?
Then it's ready.
Right.
Yeah.
And is it the sort of thing that then if you let it mature, it will get more interesting and more?
Yeah.
I can't wait to try that.
But then the other brilliant one, talking about fermentations, is Smen, not semen, because he's in his book. This is a long story short. I was with the editor of the book the other day, and she was saying, "Oh, there's this whole section on semen." I was like, "No, Smen." And she was like, "No, there is semen mentioned as well." And I was like, "Oh, right." And I flicked to the page, and it's all about the bacteria in semen that is like really good for fermentation in prehistoric fermentation things. Very weird. But Smen.
Well, that's going to go viral.
S-M-E-N.
I did a good like incredulous face, and it was all natural. Like,
I brought some with me. Smen, S-M-E-N, is a cultured butter. So I've made it and I've left it. It's been a month, but I haven't tried it yet. But you basically do clarified butter on a really low heat. I don't get the book, but I think it's like 60 degrees. You melt it, you leave it for a bit, so all of like the fat solids sink. Then you separate the butter, so like you're making ghee. Yeah. But then you put flavorings into it. So I luckily, weirdly, had some kombu, which is what they normally put in. Yeah. But then other Nordic like seaweeds or dulces and all that kind of stuff go in. And then you simmer it away, super low heat, so you're not killing any of the bacteria. And then you put it into a jar, strain it, and just leave it. And Johnny messaged me this morning. He had one for 20 years. He bought it 10 years old, and he's still got it, and he's had it for 10 years. So it's a 20-year-old Smen.
And what does it taste like?
Like clarified butter, but funky, cheesy, amazing umami wildness.
Wow, that sounds like something you'd have in silo.
Yeah.
Doesn't it, though? I mean, that's why I've had the cheesy butter there with the Alexanders.
Smen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Is that what it is? Moroccan.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm in the Smen crew.
Not the semen crew.
Not the semen crew. But there is a book, though.
There is a bit about semen in the book, about using
No, not semen. Using semen. It's like explaining about bacteria and all of this kind of stuff.
Right.
And because it's in the glossary, because he mentions semen. So, yeah.
Wow.
But there is a book called The Natural Harvest, which is a semen cookbook, which is absolutely revolting, which every chef buys someone when they leave a restaurant.
The Natural Harvest.
Might as well go out and in smoke.
That.
Get it. But there's one bit where if you want to mix it with orange juice, I don't know why I'm telling you this, you have to get your semen and then you have to let it separate, and it separates into the liquid and the lumpy bit, and then you can put the liquid in with the orange juice and shake it and you can drink it. Not my recipe. Natural Harvest.
Creme brulee is it supposed to taste nice, or is it supposed to...
know.
No, I mean, I
Depends
wonder
if you have pineapple.
because sort of saying, you can drink it. It's like, well, you could drink it anyway. But so I wonder if that
people do.
in some way makes it taste nice, or how weird.
Yeah.
What a world, guys.
What a world. There we go.
What a world. Yeah. Oh, it's all interesting, though, isn't it, listeners?
Sadie wants to say something?
Right.
Joe asks.
Joe,
Go on.
9 asks.
Oh,
Joss. Sorry. Joe asks.
Joss. You're 52.
The thing is with S's and E's and your glasses on, as they look similar. Joss asks, Dear Stuffed Podcast, here is a question. If you were only allowed to cook from 3 cookbooks for the rest of your life, what 3 cookbooks would it be? Thanks for making the podcast. My drive to work is
You feel bad. I'll order now, don't you?
What?
Doing a voice like that. For
I thought it
poor
was
old
a child. I
Joss.
thought it was just pretending it was a child.
Now they're driving.
My drive to work is a lot better listening to you.
Oh, thanks, Joss.
Thanks, Joss. Oh, I can't make choices.
I'll pick one. I'll go George Egg's Snack Hacker.
Oh boy, thank you.
And then I'd go Flavor Thesaurus. And then
Yes.
I'd go Kenji Lopez. Oh, the big book.
What's Kenji Lopez?
That's the guide, the big book. What's it called? Kenji Lopez. What's it called? Kenji Lopez. Oh, Food Lab. Kenji
Food Lab.
The
Oh
Food
God.
Lab. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's the big white book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great book.
amazing.
Oh
It's
no,
like-
it's fascinating. So much good
if
stuff
you-
in it.
There is enough recipes in the world that we don't need any more recipe books, but there is not enough theory to really explain everything. And
Yeah.
that book explains absolutely everything.
Yeah.
You want to understand why an egg is great at 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. Don't watch Tina on the internet do it. Read the book and watch Kenji do it.
No, it's a brilliant book. That
Yeah.
I would agree about all three of those books.
Any others to add though?
I'm just thinking, what are my most thumbed and stained cookbooks at home from actually using them?
Yeah.
Are all of my books by Tim Anderson.
Good.
Because they're just
Yeah, let's not cripple you with choice. Just reel them off.
all right.
Fast paced.
All right, all of the Tim Anderson books.
Like charades, I can help.
Of course, yes. Oh my God. Modern Pressure Cooking by Catherine Phipps. But you need to get a pressure cooker first. But get a pressure cooker, listeners.
Just get a mate like me and I'll buy you one.
Get a pressure cooker. Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
that's all right.
And what else? What else do I go to a lot? My old 1980s Madder Jaffrey Indian cookbook paperback. Just use that. Still use that all the time.
Great, well done. Right,
Yep.
should we move on? Well done, Joss.
Inherited it.
Right, Scotty. How about now, Scotty?
Decide before you read out how old Scotty is, and then do it in the voice without reading what he's going to say.
Well, I was going to do it like Dr. Evil from Austin Powers.
Perfect.
'Cause he's like, how about now, Scotty? Scotty, what's the rarest ingredient you've ever eaten or cooked with, Scotty?
Rarest.
Rarest? Smen. It's pretty rare.
Yeah.
Um,
For me, I would say probably. I don't know if it's rare. I was going to say that caviar that we ate when we went and did that caviar tasting, but it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
rare, is it?
well, it's rare to us. It depends what
Yeah,
world
it's
you're
rare.
in.
Yeah. I mean, I would never buy it because it's too expensive.
Rarest. Rare.
Whoa.
How do we define rare in terms
What about
of food?
something that was forage that you go, never.
No one's ever
rare, I
Yeah,
suppose, is
rare.
it?
Reindeer?
Or was it rare?
Rare. Or rare beef?
Rare.
Rare steak?
Yes.
What's the rarest?
Well,
That bit of beef I
I
cooked.
tell you what, I often, slightly because I like it, slightly because it makes my wife make a face.
Oh.
If I'm like cooking a really nice bit of beef, I will often slice some off and just put a bit of olive oil and salt on it, and then just eat it completely raw. And she's kind of like,
This is going to make the podcast
"What you like?"
go on for like a year. But very quickly, it was really interesting doing beef stock when Murph was talking about medium rare beef burgers and the reason why loads of people can't serve medium rare beef burgers, but you can have a medium rare steak.
Can I guess or say what I think it is?
Yeah, might
Is
as well.
it because the if you're doing medium rare steak, the bit inside has never been touched by anything.
Yeah.
Whereas if you mince beef up, unless you're mincing it like that, making the patty and then doing it rare, it's got time for bacteria to get in there.
I think they were
Is that
saying
kind of it?
the difference with chicken and beef is that the bacteria runs all the way through chicken.
Okay.
Whereas
not on the
with
surface
beef
area.
or steak, it is only on the outside. So that's
Right.
why if you cook it on a high temperature, you can always serve it rare in the middle. With chicken, you have to cook it all the way through.
Right.
I think. So when you mince it as a burger, as you say, it combines everything and then
Yeah.
that's why you can't do it. But you can do it in certain conditions. Like
Well, if it
you're-
was like super fresh,
Yeah.
and you've just cut that piece of beef off and then you've minced it up and then you could have it.
Yeah.
Well, then you could have it completely raw, couldn't you? It would be like a steak tartare. Sadie asks, what has been your favourite discovery since No, I don't know what you are. I don't. Yeah, no, that would be all like a scallywag like that. What's been your favourite discovery since doing stuff? Could be a food pairing you've never had a thought of. Could be a new ingredients you've discovered. That's what Sadie sounds like.
I got one straight at the top of my head.
I didn't even like take it in. I just did the voice, but I didn't actually read it. What's been your favourite discovery since doing favourite discovery? Could be food pairing you never thought. It could be a new ingredient. I can't remember everything, but I mean, I would say sort of 99 out of 100 of the things that you've cooked. I mean, I know this is like massaging your being complimentary, but honestly, just every time we've recorded an episode where you've made something, I've gone away going, I want to recreate that, or that was really nice. Like that. Is he crying? Is he crying it? No, I would just say, yeah, listen to that. Oh my God, he's in the right old state. What are we going to do? We'll get a blanket. Yes. Everything you've cooked has made me go, I need to do better.
Great. I wish I could say the same. The one that popped in my head was something I'd never eaten before, was the heart of palms that Jessie brought in.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what they were, and they were really delicious. The other one that springs to mind that you did, which I loved, was the salmon gravlax with the pastrami outside, and the pastrami you made as well.
The mushroom and prawn thing that my dad used to do as a starter, which you really enjoyed, but then
had to lay down for a couple of hours.
The
room was spinning, honestly. It almost killed me.
Maybe they were magic mushrooms.
Oh, maybe. Your compound butters, I remember your Marmite one.
Actually, the
trio, the Rustler's burger.
I think the Bovril and aniseed butter on the Rustlers. That was
aniseed.
Aniseed's always there.
Aniseed.
What
else did we have? Wild garlic. And wait for the season to come round, and then just watch everyone else cook with it. It's just an excitement.
It's the glut of it on the internet, isn't it? That's the thing. That's the problem.
Yeah. Fuck.
But if you move to Cornwall and it's growing in your garden, then you're used.
Mate, I'll open up a restaurant.
But you won't do a video about it. No. Just have it privately.
I will. It's nibbling on it.
The question of the week
was a throwback, and it says, what was ketchup originally made from?
I'm going fish.
I'm going mushrooms. Fish!
It was fish.
Not tomatoes. That's why it's often labelled tomato ketchup. What?
Yes, because I think it was that kind of like
fish sauce,
Thai fish sauce kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Fermented. Yeah, like a garum.
Wow.
There we go.
Shit.
Go back to episode 1, listeners, and listen to see if we reacted the same. I don't remember how we reacted then.
We were probably a lot more reserved because we were nervous.
Yeah, like that.
Sadie, is that all right to say? It was all right to say
okay
bottom.
to say garum?
Oh, well.
That's it.
Right, cool.
That's the end.
I think, fuck, that's over. Right, should we do the outro? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it's not the end. It's just a minor blip in the proceedings.
It's just we are going to come back in some other form, like Sauron.
What?
Always after a respite, the power returns and takes another form.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like Sauron.
I don't know what the fuck Sauron is.
He's like the big baddie in Lord of the Rings.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely lost me. I get called. What's the man off of who did it?
Oh, Peter Jackson.
Yeah. And I Googled him, and to be fair,
well, it depends when you Google him, because
exactly.
it goes.
Well, that's what I said. I commented to someone today. I said, I don't know if this is the early days or the older days, because it's either a really good compliment or a big dig. So let's just see what they come back with. But yeah,
I think it's more the sort of hair and beard and glasses, and people are lazy.
Nah, fuck that, man. People on the internet are horrible.
No, but they think
I'm fat, George. Right, let's get out of it.
Like bald, a bald head and beard, and then you get so many comments going, "Oh, so-and-so's let himself go," and it's like, God, you're unoriginal.
Yeah. Welcome to the internet, giving people a voice. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that is actually it. We are out of here, and it says, so George, that wraps up Stuffed. Once more.
Once more.
So George, that wraps up Stuffed. Once more, we hope you kept you entertained and maybe even inspired you to try something new in the kitchen.
And I genuinely, well, in fact, I don't think, I know that that's been the case, because we have had people commenting both IRL and on social media saying, I love it, and it's maybe want to do this, and it's good fun and everything else.
I love
so
stuff.
People have.
Yeah.
As we have said before, listeners, we have created loads of delicious and adventurous dishes over the last year. So make sure that you head back to all our previous episodes to make sure you haven't missed any of them.
Yeah, they're still going to be there.
There's tons there.
Yeah, so thanks again for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Head over to mine and George's socials to watch us continue to be creative in the kitchen.
George Egg, the snack hacker, and Martin O'Dell, the Lagom chef, signing out.
Should we drop the microphones? Like, they're really expensive.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey. Thank you, guys. There we go.